In 2018, the global economic stage witnessed a shift. A tariff war sparked by then-President Donald Trump aimed at reshaping America's trade relationships, particularly with China. Now, in 2025, the aftershocks of that war are still rippling across the world. Trump's America First slogan was not just political rhetoric. It translated into a series of protectionist trade policies, tariffs on steel, aluminum, and hundreds of billions in Chinese goods. The goal: reduce the U.S. trade deficit, bring back manufacturing jobs, and punish what he called China's unfair trade practices. But China hit back, dollar for dollar, product for product. The tariff war escalated, then temporarily cooled with the Phase 1 deal in 2020. But before a true resolution could be achieved, the COVID-19 pandemic struck, crushing supply chains and economic growth globally. By the time Trump left office in 2021, the world had already entered a new trade reality. Fast forward to 2025 and the tariff war's impact has evolved, not disappeared. U.S. China tensions are still high, even after Biden's term, and into the current administration. Tariffs on hundreds of Chinese products still remain. Strategic industries like semiconductors, green tech, and AI hardware are now at the center of trade restrictions. A more fragmented global trade landscape. Globalization has slowed. Companies have shifted to friend-shoring, moving production to politically aligned countries like India, Mexico, or Vietnam to avoid U.S.-China friction. The rise of trade blocs, new trade pacts, and blocs have emerged. The Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, led by China, is gaining strength in Asia, while the U.S. pushes deeper into the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. Developing nations are caught in the middle. Smaller economies have had to navigate carefully. Some, like Vietnam and Indonesia, benefited from diverted supply chains. Others, like Pakistan and African economies, are still struggling with access to both Western and Chinese markets. Inflationary pressures, triggered partly by earlier tariffs, were felt globally. From higher electronics and vehicle prices to scarce raw materials, the world has paid the price of prolonged protectionism. Some U.S. industries revived, like domestic steel and chip manufacturing, but others, like agriculture, suffered lasting damage from lost export markets. In China, the push for technological self-reliance accelerated, and now, in 2025, it is competing head-on in sectors the U.S. once dominated. The tariff war was never just about economics. It reflected a deeper geopolitical rivalry, one that continues today, shaping trade, tech, and security alliances. We live in a multipolar world where trade is not just business, it is strategy. And the Trump-era trade war, it was a warning shot that globalization as we knew it is over. The 21st century economy is being redrawn deal by deal, tariff by tariff, nation by nation, and though leaders may change, the echoes of the Trump tariff war still shape the game. Subscribe for more.